Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tanks on Empty. This is Lulubel, a Russian LADA NIVA. This one is from 1992. The LADA NIVA is an off-roader, an SUV, the first of its type. It's light, coming in around 1 ton, and it has competed against cars like the Nissan Petrol or the Toyota Land Cruiser and the Land Rover Defender. So much so that being a car from the Soviet Union, it's been exported to Europe, South America and Asia. Let's have a look inside. The interior, it's simple. It's plasticky. It's falling apart. And renovations are well on the way, but honestly, it's a cheap Russian car. You wouldn't expect more from this kind of car. Everything's falling apart. From the seats, cupboard, ruined, to the core, little headrests that don't work on the head, and overall, bad design, but good enough for a little car like this one. 2 seats at the front, and it should have a couch at the back, but I took it away because it's currently under renovation also. It's not glamorous, it does the job if you want to go off-roading. Now, let's look under the bonnet. Under the bonnet, it's nice and simple. You've got your spare wheel right here, engine block in the middle, carburetor, battery, radiator. What I love about this car, it's all accessible. You open any bonnet nowadays, any modern car, and it's all just plastic clutter. Everywhere, plastic clutter. Here, you can see every component, easily accessible. I think this is a mechanic's dream. Oil filter, I can reach it with my hand. I can clean the spark plugs. I can check the oil easily. Absolutely fantastic. Now the engine might not be the best. It's Russian, it's old. On paper it says 103 horsepower. On the road, you won't get past 80 kilometers an hour. But hey, what else do you expect for €1,500? Let's take her on a ride. On the road now, and the LADA NIVA it's loud, it's smelly, it's clunky, and the driving experience is far from the best. We have a 5-gear manual transmission, and we've got the high gearbox and the low gearbox, and we've got the differential lock. That's more on the off-roading kind of things. Right now we're just driving on the road. As you see, the class passes by. She's slow. Cruising speed, 80 kilometers an hour max. And right now, pedal to the floor, and we can't go past 60. We've got a nice little side view, got a little window here for refreshment, and the window always down because it gets hot in here. We've got heating. The heating doesn't work. It's been ripped out. Well, actually, the heating's always on. And of course, there's no engine. There's no air conditioning. Fancy some music? The radio is somewhere out back.
Now, there is a few more things I wanted to mention. This NIVA is under renovation. That's why the overall rough state, it is going to get better. My dreams are to turn it into a capable overlanding vehicle. And yes, I know, the NIVA is far from the best option. It really stinks of petrol. But To be honest, if it doesn't stink of petrol, something very bad is about to happen. And yes, if you put your ear against the car, you can hear it rust away. And yes, everything will overtake the Niva on any kind of highway or tarmac road. And yes, it might drink 3 times the petrol than any bigger and better off-roader, but man, I love this little car. Let's take it off-roading. The LADA NIVA has over 40 years of history, and perhaps I was exaggerating when comparing it to the other off-roaders. It is, after all, cheaper and weaker, but I believe it is just as good as any of them. The NIVA has a high ground clearance and an impressive approach angle. It features a permanent all-wheel drive system with a low-range transfer case, providing excellent traction on any kind of surface. You can just see it, it's compact, it's light, and it will get you anywhere. The LADA NIVA. It's far from the best, but it's a car that has really grown on me. A car that gives you a smile. A car you can just give it a name. It will give you a guaranteed adventure. It's always given me one. And it can also be a workhorse if that is what you require. So just remember, if you need a car that will get you anywhere, if you like the mountains, if you love burning petrol, and if you drink plenty of vodka, then this is your car.